Why does your brain feel tired even when you haven't done anything that hard today? Not physically tired, mentally tired. The kind of tired that makes simple things feel heavy. The kind that shows up before noon and never really leaves. You still function. You answer messages, you work, you scroll, but underneath it, there's a constant sense of mental drag. Like your mind is running on low battery all the time. You probably don't talk about it. You might not even consciously notice it anymore. It's just become your baseline. You wake up and immediately reach for your phone. Not because you want to, but because your brain expects stimulation before it's even fully awake. You check notifications, skim headlines, open apps without thinking. Nothing feels satisfying, but you keep going. By the time you start your day, your mind already feels scattered. Throughout the day, you jump between tasks. A little work, a message, a quick video. Back to work. Another tab, another thought. You tell yourself this is normal now, that this is just how modern life works. But quietly, your brain is paying for it. In the evening, you feel too mentally exhausted to do anything meaningful, but not tired enough to sleep. So you scroll. You watch short clips. You consume content that asks nothing from you and gives nothing back. You go to bed feeling full, yet strangely empty. And the next morning, it starts again. This kind of tired doesn't come from doing too much. It comes from never letting your mind rest properly. Your brain wasn't designed for constant input. It needs space to process, to consolidate, to reset. But instead, it's being pulled in hundreds of directions every day. Not forcefully, gently, constantly. So gently that you don't resist it. Every notification, every short video, every swipe asks your brain to shift focus. These shifts seem harmless. They take seconds. But inside your brain, they carry a cost. Each shift burns mental energy. Each interruption fragments your attention just a little more. Over time, your brain adapts, not by getting stronger, but by getting shallower. Your ability to stay with one thought weakens. Your tolerance for silence drops. Your mind starts craving stimulation even when it doesn't need it, especially when it doesn't need it. This is why you can feel mentally exhausted without having accomplished much. Your brain hasn't been resting, it's been reacting all day. Short-form content plays a bigger role than most people want to admit. It trains your brain to expect constant novelty, fast rewards, quick emotional hits. The problem isn't that these things are pleasurable. The problem is that they teach your brain that anything slow is boring and anything quiet is uncomfortable. So when you sit down to read, think, or focus, your brain resists. Not because you're incapable, but because it's been conditioned to expect something else. Something easier, something faster. You might notice it when you try to concentrate and feel a subtle urge to escape, to check something, to do something else. That urge isn't random, it's learned. And the longer this goes on, the more expensive it becomes. Your memory weakens, not because you're forgetting more, but because your brain never gets the uninterrupted time it needs to store information properly. Your focus shrinks, not because you lack discipline, but because your attention is constantly being reset. Your mental energy drains faster because your brain is always on but never fully engaged. You start to feel detached from your own thoughts, like you're skimming through your own life instead of being inside it. What makes this especially difficult is that everyone around you is doing the same thing. So it feels normal. You don't see it as a problem. You see it as the environment. But your brain still experiences the consequences. The solution isn't extreme. You don't need to delete everything, disappear, or become rigid. That approach usually backfires. What your brain needs is something much quieter and much rarer. Sustained attention. Moments where you do one thing, on purpose, without interruption. Moments where your mind can slow down enough to feel bored without escaping it. That boredom isn't a problem. It's a signal that your brain is resetting. Start noticing how often you interrupt yourself. Not just with your phone, but with your thoughts. Start creating small pockets of mental stillness. 5 minutes, 10 minutes. No input, no scrolling, no background noise. Just letting your mind settle. When you consume content, do it intentionally. Choose longer formats sometimes. Let your attention stretch again. It will feel uncomfortable at first. That discomfort is your brain relearning how to stay. Protect the moments when your mind is naturally quieter. Mornings, evenings, transitions. These are the moments that get erased first, and they matter more than you think. Your brain isn't broken, it's overstimulated. And the tiredness you feel isn't a personal failure, it's a signal. A signal that your mind is asking for depth in a world that keeps offering noise. If you listen to that signal now, quietly, you might be surprised how much energy you still have.